It's Week 12 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Cowboys, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Cowboys and the Colts coming up next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but, boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago, 20 carries, 80 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on
Second and 9. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Talley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Talley, and able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Talley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. A first carry for Rachaad White. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Talley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A give left side for Benson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure.
Fights through and now a crease. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Through the middle of the field. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff. And when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't. But also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had a good drive going their first time out, ended with the interception. The good news is they get kind of a mulligan because we're still at 0-0.
They certainly do, and you notice he spent a lot of time on the phone. You know, and I know he wasn't talking to mom and dad on that when he was talking to the eyes upstairs. What was I doing? How do we make sure that doesn't happen again in this ball game?
From the 29, here's second down and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a counter, a touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Richardson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's brought down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Richardson. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense and Xavier Worthy set to take over once more. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of this season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Cowboys at 9-1 on the year, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
On third down, Talley, and it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a fourth down coming up.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3.
Looking to throw. He gets it to Addison. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. Up the middle they go. Talley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Talley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now Richardson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack. Now Richardson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Well, they set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try the left side. Tally. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Benson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with, and how you continue to lead.
Short throw to Smith. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the shotgun, Richardson. Left side to Lamb. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Richardson out of the shotgun. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. He'll drop to throw. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw again. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he fires one incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Richardson. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Richardson looks to throw once more. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Richardson looking to throw this. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So we've hit halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Fighting through. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 5. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get this up to about the 40. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, were the first.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, 60 yards. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He'll find Bateman once more. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff here to Benson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Now a handoff up the middle. Tally. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another 1st down at the Colts 14. 23 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle they go. Tally. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Mozzie Smith there to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes this a 9-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And the Colts getting ready to go. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Open man is Duvernay. Loose inside the 30. And running with power here. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Now it's Richardson. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. CeeDee Lamb from 3 yards out. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
A give. Here comes Benson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff up the middle. Talley. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Talley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On 1st down, Talley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 54 yards. And the Colts are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Gay now set to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Pierce the intended target there, and now it's second down. Richardson working from the gun. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Richardson off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Parsons has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. That is caught by... Reach the 8-yard line before going out. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Operating from the gun, Richardson. Target, it's caught for a Colts touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Colts have taken a fourth-quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Benson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. Pass complete to Addison. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught right side by Worthy. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down. Tally. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they'll get this down to the 10. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Back to throw. This is caught. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cowboys answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it. And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice shoot.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Richardson. Flushed out right. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And Gay knocks this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Tally. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tally. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. That's caught by Addison. And they get him down, but not before he... Across the 40-yard line. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Connecting with Andrews. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
That's into the hands of Worthy. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 1st down, Tally. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Tally. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And they will take a 7-point lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So Richardson and the Colts now
Down by 7. A little under 30 seconds remain. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
connects with Duvernay. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that. Here's Richardson. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end on that last